Hello everyone. Good evening to all. Myself Dr. Nilufar Kaskar, practicing in Mumbai since 2012 and a member of Homeo Mirror for last 6 months, would first of all like to welcome each and everyone who is attending this session. Homeo Mirror is an initiative that we have started with a mission to uplift homeopathy, and at Homeo Mirror we strongly believe that if homeopathy has to be uplifted, first of all we need to uplift the homeopaths. Despite having existed for over 200 years and despite having 200 homeopathic medical colleges across the country, the situation of homeopathy and homeopaths is still quite miserable. The real potential that our system has, if explored well, can take homeopathy to that level where it shall become the number one choice among the common people when it comes to serving their health care needs. But unfortunately, majority of us have failed to learn to utilize this true potential of homeopathy. In this session, we will have a detailed introspection in order to understand what exactly is the problem and what can be the solution for this existing problem. So we would request each and everyone to watch this session till the end. And we can assure you that the next 2 hours is going to be life-changing event in your life if you wish to achieve the success and reach those heights in your career where there shall be no shortage of name, fame, and earnings too. So let's begin the session.
Hello friends, good evening to all. Myself, Dr. Praveen Karthikeyan. Once again, on behalf of the entire team of Homeo Mirror, we would like to wholeheartedly welcome each and everyone into this session. Now friends, Homeo Mirror is a project that has been started with a mission and aim. And our mission is to uplift homeopathy. And at Homeo Mirror, we strongly believe that if homeopathy has to be uplifted, first of all, we need to uplift the homeopaths. Because at the end of the day, it's all about a team game. Now, you may be knowing that presently, those who are interested in cricket, definitely, they may be knowing that presently the matches are going on between India and England. The first one day international, which happened a few days back, India had very convincingly won that match with 10 wickets. Whereas in the second match, they lost very pathetically with over 100 runs, I believe. Now, same is the case as far as homeopathy is concerned, friends, because since just like cricket is a team game, homeopathy is also a team game. If the players perform well according to their potential, then definitely the team is going to reach the heights. And as you have observed in the first one day international that we had between India and England, there was a brilliant performance from all the Indian team players. Whereas in the second match, the performance was very pathetic, which ended in a very pathetic loss to England. So as far as homeopathy is concerned, friends, homeopathy is our team, and we all are a part of this team members. And if we wish to uplift homeopathy to the next level, then definitely we have to ensure that we all play to our potential. We all start giving the consistent results in our clinic, and then only we can uplift homeopaths. Now, friends, to start this session, you may have observed that you may be knowing that homeopathy has been existing for over 200 years. And in these 200 years, ever since its discovery, homeopathy has been facing a lot of critics and allegations. I think majority may have come across these critics and allegations that we are facing since last many years. The so-called, especially the so-called modern allopaths, so-called the modern scientists, they say that homeopathy is just a placebo therapy. Then there is also one more important allegation that we are facing since many years together, when they say that homeopathy doesn't have a scientific base. Some people go on further to say that the results that we claim are nothing but just placebo effects. So see friends, we all are into this fraternity, we all are homeopaths, and we all are definitely proud of being a homeopath. But how many of you feel bad when we get a chance to listen to this kind of critics and allegations about our system? दिल से कितने लोगों को खराब लगता है जब हमारे सिस्टम के बारे में ऐसी चीजें हमें सुनने को मिलती हैं? So basically, we all definitely understand the potential that homeopathy has. We have been seeing those miraculous results in our clinical practice. But despite giving such miraculous results, why is that we have failed to put an end to this critics and allegation? The main reason is we lack consistency. A physician may get a wonderful miraculous results once in 6 months, and he is happy to share those results with everyone. But why in once in 6 months? Why in once in 3 months? These kind of miraculous results has to be achieved on a daily basis in our clinical practice, and then we will be in a position to show to the world what homeopathy is and where we homeopaths deserves to stand. So there is no doubt. I think that there should not be any doubt in anybody's mind that homeopathy is having potential or not. We all believe that homeopathy definitely has that potential. But despite that, if we are facing those critics and allegation today, which means that we have failed somewhere to learn to utilize that potential. And that is exactly the main reason why we are in such a pathetic situation today. Isn't it? Now, friends, if after existing for over 200 years, still homeopathy is facing the critics and allegations, who is basically responsible for that? अगर 200 सालों के बाद भी हमको ऐसी आलोचनाओं और विवादों का सामना करना पड़ रहा है, बेसिकली इसके लिए कौन जिम्मेदार है? I'm sure that each one of you will agree if I say that we have to blame ourselves. for this pathetic situation that we are in today. We have to take that responsibility on our hand, whether we are a student, whether we are a practitioner, whether we are into teaching faculty, or whether we are into any authority. We all are responsible for this pathetic situation that we are in today. One more important reason is that, friends, today we lack unity. We don't have any unity. Some people are following this methodology, some people are following that methodology, some people are following X person, some people are following Y person. But I want to ask you something, friends. I know that there are majority of interns and students here in this group. How many different methodologies are taught in your colleges by your teachers? They don't teach you. They teach you only one methodology, that is sticking to the organon and philosophy. But when you come out of the colleges, we all get divided. We all get divided into different methodologies and different followers we follow. We are proud to say that we follow this person, we follow that person. Why? Why? Where are those teachings gone, which has been laid down in the organon and philosophy? Why we are not following it? And since we have this n number of methodologies evolved in the present situation today, we have divided among ourselves into different groups, and we are fighting against each other to prove that the methodology that I am following is the correct one. And because of these internal conflicts, because of these internal fights, we are giving others a chance to laugh at us and criticize us. If we want to put an end to this critics and allegation, then first of all, we will have to unite. And that unity can come only when we will all have a common understanding, common methodology, and a common perception, the one which is given in our organon and philosophy, and the one which has been taught to you by your teachers in colleges. Now, see, friends, before we started this project, I have visited personally near about 75 colleges all across India. And in these 75 colleges, when I visited, I had given a presentation to the third year students, final year students, interns, and the PG students. And we had asked a question to the students in all these 75 colleges. And the fun fact is that the answer that we got was same in all 75 colleges. The question that was asked was, which is the most boring homeopathic subject that you studied? And from all the 75 colleges, the answer that we got was, I guess, I'm sure you must have guessed it right, organon and philosophy. But do you realize that, friends, organon and philosophy is the backbone on the basis of which our entire system has been built? Without organon and philosophy, there is no homeopathy at all. Still, why is that majority of us are finding it boring? We don't have to run after to run at many places to find an answer to these friends. The answer is already given in our literature. This is a phrase taken from Kent's lesser writing, which says, Hahnemann's organon is a strong, rich source of knowledge, but it is in long sentences and very condensed and difficult for many to understand. When we were in colleges, after the organon class, 90% students used to go to washroom because they used to feel sleepy. Why is that? The reason is the sentences are pretty long and it is in condensed form and it goes very difficult for us to understand. When we find something difficult to understand, we will have two options left out with us, friends. अगर कोई चीज हमें difficult लग रहा है तो हमारे पास दो ऑप्शन बचते हैं. One, repeatedly make an attempt to understand it. बार बार कोशिश करते रहो कि हमें समझ में आए, और leave it, just leave it, छोड़ दो. And unfortunately, majority of us have gone with the second option. We have left it. The way majority of us practice today, we only have some memorized fragments of mathematical knowledge with us. We don't apply the knowledge of organon and philosophy in our clinical cases, and that is exactly why we fail to give consistent results. And hence, our system lies in this pathetic situation today. So all those people are equally responsible, friends, those who are not making an attempt to apply the knowledge of organon and philosophy in their clinical practice. It is very important. It is the basic foundation of homeopathy. Now again, friends, you must have come across many senior practitioners who will come you and advise that don't follow the bookish knowledge. Bookish knowledge is only to get the degree. When you come into practice, knowledge of mathematica is important. Philosophy argument won't help you in clinical practice. This is the kind of advice I have seen some senior practitioners has been giving to the youngsters. Then why you are learning it? Why your teachers are putting in so much efforts in your classroom to make you understand the argument and philosophy if it doesn't have any clinical applicability? The people who give this kind of advice are basically themselves at fault, friends. They have failed to understand the organon and philosophy. They have failed to understand how to apply it, and they are misguiding you as well. खुद तो भटक गए हैं, आपको भी भटकाते हैं. You have to use your brains, friends. What your teachers are putting in efforts to teach you in colleges, that is the true path which can lead you towards success. Of course, it is not easy. And to make it easy, we have started this initiative. This is not a replacement for any classroom teaching, friends, not at all. Classroom teachings are equally important, but the things that you fail to understand in your classroom teachings, we are here with this project to make you understand in a simple way and to help you clinically apply that so that we all can achieve that consistency in our clinical practice. So those people who give this kind of lame excuses saying that organon is not important, philosophy is not important, I want to give them an answer to all those people. Again, from Kent's lesser writing, lectures on homeopathic philosophy. There are many people in the world who cannot believe a great truth, however much evidence is presented in its favor. कुछ लोग ऐसे होते हैं जिनको कितना भी एविडेंस आप दिखाओ, उन्होंने डिसाइड कर लिया है कि मुझे नहीं मानना है तो नहीं मानेंगे. We all are encumbered with tradition. Unbelief in new things is our strongest tendency. नई चीजें आती हैं उसमें विश्वास ना करना ये हमारी टेंडेंसी है. आज से नहीं है, पहले से है. The tendency to ridicule what we do not understand is born in us. इंसानी फितरत होती है. जो चीज हमें नहीं समझ में आ रहा है, सीखना भी नहीं है, चलो उसको क्रिटिसाइज करते हैं. And that is exactly why, friends, we are in struggling stage today. If majority had stick to the guidelines and teachings of organon and philosophy, today homeopathy would have become the #1 choice among the common people when it comes to serving their healthcare needs. So we have to think, friends, what is our problem? So as long as we don't understand where our problem lies, we cannot find a solution to it. So it is important for us to discuss on our problems first. Now, there are many other problems that the students face. You must have seen an animation video in the beginning. It is a situation of majority of us. When we decide that we are going to get into medical stream, we want to become a doctor, we first want an MBBS seat. If not BDS, if not BAMS, we are not getting anything, then we finally decide when no option is left. Sometimes the parents push us into BHMS course. And when students join BHMS course with this kind of mentality, they will not develop that interest to study. Their focus will only be on to somehow pass the exam. And when you focus on passing your exam and when you don't focus on learning the things, you don't realize that you are taking a big chance with your future. What will you do after getting a degree if you don't have confidence to practice? If you don't have knowledge, what are you going to do? You don't think about it. I do realize that there are a lot of final year students in this group. So it is for them to think right now. Do I just need to get the degree, or do I need that confidence also to practice clinically? So when you focus only on your exam, by the time you get passed out, then you start thinking about your career. What I'm going to do now? When you get into internship, then you think, what I'm going to do now? And then the so-called market, homeopathic market, provides you a number of options and possibilities. Lot of methodologies prevail today in the market, which has basically no relation with what is being taught in the colleges. So what do you think, friends? You all have been given brain by God. What do you think? Those things which your teachers put in efforts to teach you in classroom, are they totally useless? If yes, then why still it is being taught in the colleges? They are not useless, friends, but the people who sell their products outside the classroom, outside the college, they know that what kind of confidence you get from colleges, what kind of interest you show in colleges, and they realize that when you get passed out, that is the time when you start thinking about your future, and then they are ready to grab you with their commercial courses. First of all, spend 4-5 lakhs rupees to get the degree or more maybe, and then spend lakhs of rupees to get additional training to practice. Then what is this training for which you have given in the colleges for 4.5 years, 5 years? The students need to learn to stick to their basic classroom teachings. And by the time, if they are learning it, by the time they get passed out, they will have ample confidence to practice. Friends, at Homeo Mirror, we do not have any new theories or new discoveries. We are trying here, we are just making here an attempt to make the classroom teachings easy for you. We are trying to ensure that by the time you get passed out, you have ample confidence to practice. And when you have that ample confidence to practice, we will give you an opportunity to practice in our platform. That is the project that we have started. We'll come to the details at the end. So each and everyone who is willing to practice homeopathy in a sincere way, they have a scope with us with this project Homeo Mirror. Whether you are a student, whether you are a practitioner, or whether you want to shift to classical homeopathy, doors are always open for you as far as Homeo Mirror is concerned. You can join anytime. We'll come to the details later. So when you have this n number of options available to you, those who have money with them, they will go after the commercial courses. Those who don't have money, they run after the free shortcuts and tips that are served in the Facebook groups. And some people tend to practice as they wish. And that is exactly why we are in such a pathetic situation today. Now, by the time the student realizes that I don't have the knowledge, I need to study, the liabilities are already on their head. Education loan, home loan, expectations from parents, earning, these, getting settled, getting married, and all other responsibilities come on your head. And then you don't have much choices left, friends. You will have to choose from either success or survival. In such a situation, unfortunately, majority go with the survival and not success. And when you go after survival, then you just struggle throughout your whole life and you just survive somehow. So if you just go into the survival mode, you have a lot of options in the market. You start giving the patents, tonics, combinations, tinctures, and take commission from the pharmaceutical company just to fill your own pocket or just for yourself to survive. But do you realize that what kind of harm you're doing to your patient, what kind of harm you're doing to our system, what kind of harm you're doing to yourself and your parents' expectations? Do you realize that? There are some people, other people who run after the baseless shortcuts and tips, which is being served very frequently by the so-called experienced doctors in Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and even Telegram groups. Homeopathic practice is definitely interesting, friends. It is not so easy. The people who have made it easy, they have got misguided. They have got misguided by themselves, and they are misguiding you as well. If it was so easy, friends, कि इसके लिए वो दे दो, उसके लिए वो दे दो, इसके लिए ये दे दो, जैसे ये experienced doctors बांटते फिरते हैं अपना ज्ञान, तो what is the need of studying organon? What is the need of studying philosophy? They are misguiding you, friends. Don't run after them. You will end up struggling throughout your whole life. Some people end up in looking for commercial jobs. Again, there will be no growth in that. And some people, those who have money with them, they run after commercial courses, which again, they have to spend lakhs and lakhs of rupees and they mount their own theories, which may not have anything to do with basically what you teach, what your teachers are teaching you in classroom. So basically, when you run after these kind of methodologies, you are basically insulting the efforts that your teachers are putting in your classroom. You need to stick to those. You need to stick to the basic guidelines, basic foundation, the basic things that has been said in our organon and philosophy. It may be difficult, I do agree that, but difficult things can be made interesting, friends, and easy, and that is exactly why we have started this project. Now, when you do this kind of methodologies, friends, and when you run after this kind of shortcuts, have you ever thought that am I doing justice to my patients? Am I doing this justice to my system? Am I doing justice to myself? You don't bother to think. But keep in mind, friends, what you do is what you get. जैसी करनी वैसी भरनी. आज अच्छे कर्म करोगे, कल आपको अच्छे कर्म मिलेंगे. आज आप बुरे कर्म करोगे, कल आपको बुरे कर्म मिलेंगे. So beware of these bad karmas. When you don't follow the proper right path, you are getting involved into the bad karmas, and that will backfire on you. And then you will have to suffer, and then you will have to regret. Don't give a life a chance to regret, friends. This is the time for us to collectively put in an efforts to learn the things and show to the world what homeopathy is and what homeopathy can do. I'll show you some interesting things to convince you, make you convincingly understand that in the coming slides. Now, there are some other problems that some homeopaths are facing, friends. Majority don't have confidence when they get out from their colleges. They don't have the confidence to practice. And they are very much eager to practice and to earn some money for themselves and to have that financial stability, but because of this lack of confidence, it becomes a nightmare for them to think about starting a clinic. Do you want to end up in that situation? It is for you to decide. There are some other people, friends, who comes basically from a middle class family, and by the time they get their degree, their parents won't have enough money to help them to set up a clinic. We have a solution for such people as well. That is exactly the reason I said that please watch this session till the end. So those people who are interested to practice but cannot set up a clinic, cannot afford to spend that expense, lakhs and lakhs of rupees to set up a clinic, we have solution for them as well. Now, for some people, there are family issues, friends, children are small, liabilities, family issues, problems. So because of that, they are not able to set up a practice. They desperately want to practice, but being housewives, they have limitations and they cannot practice. But keep in mind, friends, to such people, I have just one advice. Think about the hard work that you have done right from the anatomy dissection room till the final year internship completion. 5.5 years you have worked hard to get this degree. It is not to just to settle down as a housewife, friends. It is a responsibility that you have on your heads to serve people. At least learn to take one case a day, and we will give that opportunity for such people as well. As we go along, I'll share the complete information about that. Now, there are some people, other people, friends, whose husband may be having some transferable jobs, so they cannot invest lump sum amount of money at one place to set up a clinic. Definitely, again, for this kind of people also, we have a solution with us. Now, the most important question I want to ask you all, friends, before we proceed further is whether you're a student, whether you're a practitioner, or whether you're doing internship. Are you satisfied with your earnings, with your results that you are getting, the consistency with which you are getting the results today? And those who are students, are you confident about your life and career? If not, then this is the right time for you to think, friends. Opportunity comes only once. So you have to grab that opportunity, and we are saying confidently that we have a solution for all these things, all these problems that we are facing, that majority are facing. So before we go into the solution, before I explain what that solution is, I'll also show you some interesting clinical materials, friends, which will convincingly make you believe that learning homeopathy is definitely very interesting. But before that, I all want you to watch this video and imagine, friends, how many of you want to see this day coming true? I'm sure that majority of us want to see this day coming true when homeopathy will have that privilege. Homeopathists will have that privilege. People will start coming to us first. But for that, we need to learn, friends. Practicing classical homeopathy is definitely interesting, but it is not so easy. You have to put in a lot of efforts, and that can be made interesting if you develop interest and passion in it. Now, as far as practicing classical homeopathy is concerned, friends, basically, you can decide whether you want to go with your own ease or you want to run after excellence. If you go with your own ease, then you will struggle throughout your whole life. But if you run after excellence, then that excellence will lead you to success. So excellence is not achieved so easily, friends. Hard work is required, isn't it? Now, friends, there is something called conscience. Conscience is a feeling that comes from your inner world, what is right and what is wrong. आपकी अंतरात्मा से जो आवाज आती है कि मैं क्या मैं सही कर रहा हूँ, क्या मैं गलत कर रहा हूँ. just for your own survival or just for the sake of filling up your own pocket, when you are doing harm to others, it is not a mistake, friends. It becomes a crime. I'm not saying this. I'll quote what Henneman has told. When we have to do with an art whose end is in saving of human life, any neglect to make ourselves thoroughly masters of it becomes a crime. When we show that negligence towards learning, and we want easy methods, easy survival, patents, tonics, multiple remedies, we are doing a crime. And then we no longer remains a doctor, friends. We becomes, you all understand. I don't want to take that word here, but according to this, you all understand what I want to say. Now, to understand how it is a crime, I'll tell you, friends, I'll show you an example. Listen to this feedback of a lady who had come to me, after taking medicines for her bronchial asthma, long time from an allopathic doctor, then from an ordinary homeopath. Listen to the feedback that she had to say when she first consulted an allopathic doctor.
തുമ്മലും ജലദോഷവും ഇട്ട് തുടങ്ങിയിട്ട് ഞാൻ സാധാ മരുന്ന് മേടിക്കുന്ന പോലെ അലർജിയുടെ ഗുളികളാണ് എനിക്ക് തന്നത്. അത് കഴിച്ചു ഞാൻ വർമ്മേലി എന്താണ് ഒരു ഡോക്ടറെ കണ്ട്. ആ ഡോക്ടറെ കണ്ടപ്പോ ആ ഡോക്ടർ എനിക്ക് മൂക്കിലടിക്കാൻ ഒരു സ്പ്രേ തന്നു. ഒരു മൂക്കിലല്ല വായിൽ വെച്ച് അടിക്കണമെന്നും പറഞ്ഞ് 1 മാസം അടിക്കണമെന്നും പറഞ്ഞ് 2 നേരം അടിക്കാൻ പറഞ്ഞു. ആ സ്പ്രേ അടിച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞ് പിന്നെ ഡോക്ടറെ ചെന്നപ്പോൾ ഡോക്ടർ പറഞ്ഞു 1 നേരം അടിച്ചാൽ മതി. അങ്ങനെ 1 നേരം അതടിച്ച് കുറച്ച് നാളായപ്പോ ഡോക്ടർ 3 മാസം കഴിയുമ്പോ ഡോക്ടർ നിർത്തിയേക്കെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു. അത് ഞാൻ നിർത്തി കഴിഞ്ഞപ്പോ പിന്നെയും എനിക്ക് ശ്വാസം കൊണ്ട് പിന്നെയും പറയും. അത് ഞാൻ ഹോമിയോ മരുന്ന് കഴിച്ചു. ഹോമിയോ മരുന്ന് കഴിച്ചപ്പോ ആ ഡോക്ടർ ചെല്ലുമ്പോ എനിക്ക് ഒരു തുള്ളി മരുന്ന് തരും. 5 തുള്ളി 3 രാത്രിയും രാവിലെയും കഴിക്കുന്നു. ആ തുള്ളി മരുന്ന് കഴിക്കുമ്പോ ഉണ്ടാകാറില്ല. അത് തീർന്നു കഴിയുമ്പോ പിന്നെ ശ്വാസം മുട്ടും.
Now, if you have listened to these friends, the patient is very clearly saying that when she visited the allopathic doctor first, now she was working in a factory, in packing section, and her husband also had a very ordinary job. So since both these two people are working, they were able to send their children to school and they were able to meet their expenses. When she developed bronchial asthma, the allopathic doctor advised her to quit her job. But if she had to quit her job, then it would have become very difficult for her to survive. It would have become very difficult for her to send her children to school. And then somebody told her that in homeopathy there is a permanent solution. So she went to another homeopath who was busy in prescribing the tonics, tinctures, and multiple remedies. And you just heard what she had the experience with that doctor. Every time when she used to take the medicine, the symptoms used to get palliated, and then once the medicine was stopped, she used to get relapsed again. And that homeopathic doctor also advised her that this disease is not going to go. You have to quit your job. These medicines you will have to continue lifelong. Is that about something we learn in homeopathy, friends? The second aphorism, we talk about permanent cure. Is this the permanent cure that we are doing? She came to me, friends, after that, and I'll show you the feedback after she had taken the medicine just for a few weeks.
എങ്ങനെയുണ്ട് മരുന്ന് കഴിച്ചിട്ട്? വേറെ ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട് എന്തെങ്കിലും ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു? ഇല്ല. മരുന്ന് ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മള് കഴിക്കാൻ തുടങ്ങിയിട്ട് ഇപ്പൊ 2-3 ആഴ്ചയായില്ലേ? എന്തെങ്കിലും വ്യത്യാസം തോന്നിയിട്ടുണ്ടോ? നല്ല വ്യത്യാസം, ഒരുപാട് വ്യത്യാസം അല്ലെ? ഇപ്പൊ രാത്രി എണീക്കലൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടോ? അങ്ങനെയൊന്നുമില്ല.
അവൻ ചുമയൊന്നുമില്ല. ആ കഴിച്ച 2 ആഴ്ച എനിക്ക് ഇടക്കിടക്ക് ഇങ്ങനെ ഒരു ബുദ്ധിമുട്ട് പോലെയൊക്കെ തോന്നിയായിരുന്നു.
ഇപ്പൊ കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല. ഇപ്പൊ 2 മണിക്ക് എനിക്കൊന്നും തോന്നില്ല.
കിടന്നു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നേരപ്പോഴത്തെ എണീക്കുള്ളൂ. ഒരു കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
Now see, friends, just in few months, all the symptoms subsided, and in 6 months' time, the medicine was also stopped. When allopathic doctor and homeopathic doctor, whom she consulted earlier, told that she will have to quit her job, she decided that there is no other option. So they decided that they will stop their children from going to school, because surviving is most important. With one person working, it was impossible for them to survive. So just imagine, friends, if by listening to your words, if she had quit her job and she had stopped her children from going to school, their career would have got destroyed. Who is responsible for that? We are responsible. You realize now how big a crime it becomes when we tend to ignore the teachings of Organon and philosophy and practice according to our wish to fill our own pocket. Next time when you tend to prescribe multiple remedies or any patent or tonic, do you realize that this can backfire on you and your family? Do you want to face it, friends? This patient, before stopping the treatment, I had asked her to take all those things which she had stopped because of this complaint. And look at the response, what she had to say.
എങ്ങനെയുണ്ട് മരുന്ന് കഴിച്ചിട്ട്? ഈ ശ്വാസം മുട്ടൽ കാരണം ഒഴിവാക്കിയ ഭക്ഷണങ്ങളോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ എന്തെങ്കിലും ശീലങ്ങളോ എല്ലാം ഉണ്ടോ? അതായത് ശ്വാസം കഴിക്കാറില്ല.
ആ സമയത്തൊക്കെ മോര് കഴിച്ചിട്ടാണെന്ന് എല്ലാരും പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഇത് കഴിച്ചെങ്കിലും മോര് തന്നെ നേരം കഴിയും. ചിങ്ങമ്പഴം കഴിക്കരുതെന്ന് കൊണ്ട് അത് ഞാനിപ്പോ കഴിക്കാറുണ്ട്. കപ്പ കഴിക്കരുതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞു, കപ്പയും കഴിക്കാറുണ്ട്. അതൊക്കെ ഞാൻ കഴിച്ചു നോക്കി ഇതിന്റെ ഉള്ളിൽ. പക്ഷെ
അതാ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞു, എന്തെങ്കിലും ഒഴിവാക്കിയിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതും കൂടി നമ്മൾ കഴിച്ചു നോക്കണം. മാറുമ്പോൾ നമുക്കൊരു ഉറപ്പ് വരണ്ടേ?
കപ്പ കഴിച്ചു രണ്ടുമൂന്ന് ഇപ്പൊ കപ്പ സ്ഥിരം വാങ്ങണതാണ്. ആ മരുന്ന് കഴിച്ചു ആദ്യമൊന്നും ഞാൻ കഴിക്കൂലായിരുന്നു. ഇപ്പൊ ഞാൻ കപ്പയൊക്കെ കഴിക്കണുണ്ട്, ചിങ്ങമ്പഴം കഴിക്കണുണ്ട്. എന്നിട്ട് എനിക്കൊരു കുഴപ്പമില്ല.
This is what actually the permanent cure is, friends, which is referred in the second aphorism. We can palliate the symptoms by giving the patents, tonics, multiple remedies, mixtures, practice as we wish. Do you have happiness in that? Or do you get happiness when you get this kind of results? I'll show you some more results, friends. See, these results I'm not showing to show how great I am, but these results I'm showing you to make you convincingly understand how great homeopathy is. This pitting edema, you can see, friends, this is a lady who was having renal failure. She was asked to go for dialysis. And you know that dialysis is not a treatment, it is just a management. This lady did not have the money to go for the dialysis, and then she came to me. So I'll show you the photo taken after 4 weeks. Just imagine, friends. Now this is another case where the patient can see that little white patches. He had that full white patches on his fingers for 25 years. 25 years he was having that white patches on his fingers, and that disappeared in 8 to 9 months time. When it disappeared, look at that. Look, listen to this, what the patient had to say. I am going to complete.
ഞാൻ അവിടെ സൗദി പോയപ്പോഴുള്ള
Just imagine, friends, the complaints the patient had for 25 years disappeared in 8 months. This is the potential of homeopathy. I'll show you a few more results, friends. Now, this is a patient who had walked into my clinic, and when he had walked into my clinic, he was already on homeopathic medicine. Basically, he had come to my clinic to inquire if those medicines are available with me or not. Then when I saw that prescription, Epismel 30, then Conium Mac 30, then one medicine, 1M, 3 medicines altogether given. And when I asked him for what you are taking these medicines, and he showed me a cyst on his head. And he said that he's taking for these because when he consulted allopathic doctor, they said that it has to be operated. So he was hesitating to go for an operation on head. So he consulted a homeopath, and this homeopathic medicine he was taking for last 2 years. No relief, no effect at all. Multiple remedies, three remedies at one go. Then I said to him that this is not the way homeopathy is practiced. I took his case in detail, and after 9 months, he gave us a feedback, and I want you all to listen to that feedback as well. Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Shyam Lindu. I came to Kochi. I had some problem in my head. A bulge kind of a thing was there in my head. Lot of many places I've been to, and people told it is a tumor. It is that you need to do operation. But doing operation in the head was a quite. I need to think a lot. I need to think twice before doing an operation in the head. Then I came to Kochi. Then I have seen Dr. Praveen's board out here in the Kochi. One day I met him. He has given me a card. He was going to Mangalore and also he told me once I will come back and I will see it. And I believe it was a month of September and October I met him. So October 2019, right? 2019 I started with, and then he was giving me medicines. So it was like 2 months, 3 months. Sometimes I feel like whether it is going to disappear, whether what needs to be done. A lot of people are telling no, it's a tumor. Other homeopathic medicines, other homeopathic places also I consulted because it was growing that time. It was in a growing stage that time. Slowly, but I had a faith. Always Dr. Praveen also keep me telling about no, you need to hold. It is not going to be at means in a stretch. It is not going to help you out. So then I just hold on. Okay, I had a faith how Dr. Praveen was telling me. It will go on, go on, go on. And I believe today is like a November end and December. So and now I am feeling like hardly anything is out there. I would really appreciate Dr. Praveen and his hard work, his medicines, what has worked out. He has done. He has taken when I met him, he has taken my full feedback, like what you do, any stress at the home, anything particularly bothers you, anything bothers you with your family, your wife. He was taking all those data from me. So I was like, whether medicine is going to help in that data. But I will say thank you, Dr. Praveen. He has tried to learn what I have done throughout my lifetime, what was my habits, what habits I have inculcated. And he has never ever told me ki you have to reduce your this intake or you have to not take this vegetables, fruits or any food items. And he told you keep on taking whatever you are doing as usual. I have the list. I have already spoken to you before what you are doing, what you have. If you have told everything properly, it is going to help you out. And I will really say it has helped me out. And just a thin line of thing where it was like a potato. If you will see a small potato kind of a thing was coming. Even when I was used to go a barber shop to cut my hair, they will do comb my hair and they will say, oh, here is a bulge. Then they will take it. But now the barber will cut the hair. They will even not know if anything is there in my head or not. So thanks a lot, Dr. Praveen, for making my life easy, making these things without any cost. He has taken these things out, and I would really appreciate. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Now just imagine, friends, the complaint for operation, lakhs and lakhs of rupees they were demanding. With homeopathic medicines, in just 8-9 months, it disappeared completely. Friends, ours is the only profession where apart from earnings, apart from our financial earnings, apart from earning money, we also get a chance to earn the blessings of our patient. I'll show you another feedback, friends. It was a lady who was having profuse menstrual bleeding, the age towards her menopause, and she was advised by an allopathic doctor to go for hysterectomy. She did not want to go for an operation, and that was the time she came to me. And listen to her feedback, friends. At the end of the treatment, when her medicine was stopped, I just asked her to give me a feedback, and this is what she had to say, friends. Listen to this.
हेलो सर, नमस्ते सर। सर कैसे हैं आप? सर मैं तो बहुत अच्छी हूँ, बहुत ठीक ठाक हूँ सर। आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया सर, आपने इतनी अच्छी दवा मुझे दी। पहले मुझे बहुत परेशानी, बहुत तकलीफ होती थी, पीरियड में भी बहुत परेशानी, बहुत प्रॉब्लम होती थी। अभी भी अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह, अल्लाह का लाख लाख शुक्र है कि आपको अल्लाह ताला ने जरिया बनाया। आप इतने अच्छे नेक इंसान हो कि मुझे इतनी मदद करी, इतनी हेल्प करी, इतनी अच्छी दवाएं दी हैं सर। आपकी दवा से, आपकी मेहनत से आपने मुझे ठीक कर दिया। अल्लाह के फजल करम से अल्लाह ताला का लाख लाख शुक्र अदा करती हूँ। अल्लाह आपको अच्छा रखे, अल्लाह आपकी उम्र दराज करे, आपको कदम कदम पर कामयाबी, तरक्की नसीब अता करे अल्लाह ताला। सर और मुझे पेट में जो सीस्टी गांठ थी, जो पहले मुझे दर्द होता था, अभी आपकी दवा जब से मैंने शुरू करी हूँ, 4 से 5, अभी 5वां महीना है, बहुत अच्छा, बहुत आराम हुआ, बहुत फायदा हुआ। मगर मैंने जिस डॉक्टर को बताया था, सब डॉक्टरों ने बताया मुझे यही बोला था कि ऑपरेशन ही करना पड़ेगा, आपकी पूरी बच्चेदानी निकालना पड़ेगा। मुझे फिर आपको अल्लाह ने मेरे सामने लाके खड़ा किया, आपको जरिया बनाया आपने। आप बहुत अच्छे, बहुत नेक इंसान हो। मेरे दिल से दुआ निकलती, मेरे बच्चे लोग, मेरा हस्बैंड, सब लोग आपके लिए बहुत दुआ करते हैं सर। आप बहुत नेक इंसान हो, आप इतनी मदद करते हो सबकी। अभी भी मुझसे मेरी कितने मदद कर रहे हो आप। ये इससे मैं बता रही हूँ कि आप पैसा भी नहीं लेते, मुझसे तो एक पैसा भी नहीं लिया आपने। कितनी बार मैंने आपसे पैसे का भी बोला तो आप सर बोले कि नहीं, मुझे पैसा नहीं चाहिए, मैं ऐसे ही मदद, मतलब ऐसे ही करता हूँ, मैं एक पैसे के लिए काम नहीं करता हूँ। मैं दिल से आपका शुक्रिया अदा करती हूँ और सिर्फ दुआ ही कर सकती हूँ मैं आपके लिए। तो आपके बराबर तो मैं नहीं हूँ। आप इतने अच्छे डॉक्टर भी हो, टीचर भी हो, मुझे तो बहुत खुशी होती है सर। हाँ, अल्लाह ताला से बस दुआ करती हूँ, अल्लाह आपको, आपकी फैमिली को, सबको अल्लाह ताला अच्छा रखे, सबको सेहत याब रखे, आपको कदम कदम पर तरक्की और कामयाबी दे अल्लाह ताला। खूब आप आगे बढ़ते ही जाओ, बढ़ते ही जाओ सर। आप बहुत अच्छा लग रहा है मुझे। आपने बताया मुझे कि मैं दूसरों को भी ऐसे ही सिखाता हूँ, तो मुझे बहुत खुशी है सर। आप देखो, आप जो जो बच्चों को, जिसको भी आप सिखाओगे, वो लोग भी कामयाब हो जाएंगे सर। आपका नाम रोशन हो जाएगा। देखो, मैं तो, मेरी दिल से दुआ है सर।
What else we need, friends? See the kind of blessings that we are getting. What I believe is that, friends, whatever you do from your heart, it always works well. Whether it be practice or whether it be teaching. जो चीजें आप दिल से करोगे वो हमेशा अच्छा होता है, चाहे वो पढ़ाई, चाहे वो सिखाने का काम हो या फिर प्रैक्टिस का। I've been practicing for 18 years, friends, and in these 18 years, I have not charged a single paisa as my consultation fees from my patient. Of course, those people who voluntarily give me by their own choice, that is totally different. But otherwise, my practice has been always for my patient. I want to see my system on top. I want to see homeopathy on top because it has that potential. But I alone cannot do that. I need a strong team who are equally talented to give this kind of results in their clinic. So basically, when we all learn to stick with the basics of organon and philosophy and start practicing and putting it, this kind of miracles are very common in your clinical practice. Now let's move on. So what I mean to say is that, friends, consistency is the key. Giving results once in a while will not help. You have to consistently give results in your clinical practice. And that consistency can come only when you learn to stick to the basics that you are taught in your colleges. Now, basically, working out a chronic case basically involves 2 steps, friends. One is collecting the required information, and second is utilizing the collected information. Collecting the required information is called as case taking, and utilizing the collected information is called as case analysis. So case taking plus case analysis, if you do it properly, then you will end up reaching the minimum. This is just a demo session, friends. Everything cannot be explained in 1 hour, but this is just an idea. I would like to share some clinical materials with you. Now we all learned that case taking is an art. Just like singing is an art, dancing is an art, painting is an art. Case taking is also an art. An art is something that cannot be taught unless you don't have interest in learning it. कला एक ऐसी चीज होती है, जब तक आपके अंदर वो इंटरेस्ट नहीं है, आपको कोई नहीं सिखा सकता है. Now what you see on your screen, friends, is a drawing of an elephant. I don't have any interest in drawing, but still if you force me to draw this elephant, I can draw it. It is very simple. इसमें कोई स्किल की जरूरत नहीं है. But have a look at this. This is also drawing of an elephant. But to draw these, you need interest, dedication, time, patience, and passion. The same is the case with case taking. And not just case taking, but practicing homeopathy. If you don't have interest in it, homeopathy is not a cup of tea for you. We are hunting for those people who have a genuine interest to do something extraordinary in their life. And for them only this project homeopathy is all about. We'll come to that. Now, we also say that a well taken case is as good as half cured. Now, you listen from the patient, friends, why it is said so. A well taken case is as good as half cured. Why it is said so? You listen directly from the patient.
ओके मैडम, थैंक यू. नमस्ते नमस्ते मैडम, आपसे बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके.
मेरे को भी बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके.
चलिए अगली 5 बजे 5. जी मैडम,
इतने अच्छे से आप इतने अच्छे से बात कर रहे हैं आप, तो ऐसा निकल गया.
Now, if you have listened to these friends, what the patient is saying that the way you are talking, 50% of my disease is gone. जिस तरह से आप बात कर रहे हो, आधा रोग तो ऐसे ही निकल गया है. I'll make you listen to one more. Listen to this as well.
तुम्हारी बात समझ गई मेरे साथ, मेरा दर्द बड़ा कम हो गया.
Now, what she's saying is that, friends, once I had a talk with you, all the pains have started disappearing. Now there is no need of medicine. जैसे मेरी बात हो गई आपसे, मेरा दर्द वर्द वैसे ही कम हो गया, कुछ मेडिसिन की जरूरत नहीं बची. Look at the way she is laughing. Can you feel that happiness in the way she is laughing? This is the true way of practicing homeopathy, friends. One more feedback I'll show you. Listen to this as well.
हम पूरी तरह से निकालेंगे.
आपसे मैं बात कर रहा हूँ, बात में भटका हूँ, नहीं तो आने लगती है फिर.
अच्छा, तो 3 महीने के बाद नहीं आएंगे?
सर बहुत अच्छी बात होगी, हम आपकी पूजा भगवान की तरफ फोटो लगा करेंगे.
आप भगवान की तरफ फोटो लगाएगा क्या होगा? मेरा फीस उसके बाद ही देना, मैं बहुत बड़ा अमाउंट लेने वाला हूँ आपसे.
मैं आपकी समझ लीजिए कि ईश्वर से भी ज्यादा विश्वास आपके ऊपर होगा सर. आपके ऊपर बहुत भरोसा है, अभी हमको इतना विश्वास हो रहा है. जैसे वास्तव में अब ठीक होने का यही टाइम है. अब तक जो दवा की हम सबूल जलूल का सर.
कितना भरोसा हो गया अभी आपको?
बिल्कुल हो गया सर, आपकी बातों से आधा बीमारी मेरे दूर हो गई जैसे.
Now, if you have listened to the last line, friends, what the patient is telling is that आपकी बातों से आधी बीमारी मेरी दूर हो गई. And just imagine how do you feel when the patient will tell you that कि आपकी पूजा तो हम लोग फोटो लगा के भगवान की तरह आपकी पूजा करेंगे. ये हैप्पीनेस आपको पेटेंट प्रैक्टिस में, टॉनिक्स में, टिंचर्स में या ऐसे बेतु की प्रैक्टिस में मिलता है फ्रेंड्स. सोचिए the kind of happiness that you get in classical approach when you completely remove the disease. Just imagine friends, when the day when we all start giving this complete cure, where homeopathy is going to reach. Definitely possible friends, it's not difficult. You need to just develop that interest. It's easy to practice the patents, tonics and tinctures, but it takes efforts to practice homeopathy. Now friends, I want each one of you to listen to this. There are two things to learn from here. One is rubric. Rubric hunting has been always a problem for majority. So first of all, I want you all to guess the rubric for this, if you can guess. And secondly, tell me how is the mentality of this patient. Overall mentality. Is it positive or negative? Listen to this.
लंबा इलाज तो किसी चीज ऐसा नहीं चला, यही हमको परेशान कर दिया खांसी.
खांसी तो हम नहीं करते,
भगवान हो जाओगे आप. बता रहा हूँ कि इतना मतलब हकीकत में एकदम नर्वस हो चुका हूँ लाइफ से कि ये छोड़ेगा नहीं खांसी.
छोड़ेगा
जीत चुका है. नहीं मतलब क्या है, फाइल देखिए.
फाइल में कुछ नहीं रखा है, वो छोड़ दो आप. कुछ नहीं है, फाइल कुछ नहीं है, वो तो कमाने का भी बिजनेस है.
इतना इलाज करा चुका हूँ, इतना इलाज करा चुका हूँ कि लगता है ना शायद अब नहीं जाएगा.
If you have noticed the last line, इतना इलाज करा चुका हूँ, इतना इलाज करा चुका हूँ कि अब लगता ही नहीं जाएगा. Patient has completely lost hope that he is ever going to get cured. Completely in a negative frame of mind. Rubric will be despair, recovery about. Now this case was taken in one of my friends, clinic friends, and I have told him that today I'm just going to take your case. I'll not give the medicines. I'll go back to Mangalore and come back to Mumbai, and then I'll start your medicine. And the patient had come just for the case taking. We took his case, and I told him that I'll come back and then start your treatment. 2 weeks it took for me to go back to Mangalore and come back again. And then we called the patient again that ki aapki dawai aa gayi hai, chalo let's start the treatment. Then the patient came next time, friends. Listen to this what he had to say and see how his mentality now. Is it positive or negative?
आप ये अंदाजा लगाइए कि 1 महीने से मैं कोई दवा नहीं लिया और सिर्फ इनकी दवा पे चल रहा हूँ, तो आपका वेट करके. चाहता तो मैं भाग जाता दूसरी जगह. लेकिन हमें भरोसा है आप पर दोनों पर कि आप हमको ठीक करोगे, इसलिए मैं इधर भी नहीं गया और आपके ऊपर चल रहा हूँ.
तो भरोसा बहुत जरूरी है. अभी जिस तरह से
और हमें हकीकत भरोसा है कि आप लोग ठीक करा लोगे. जिस तरह से आप लगे हो, रिसर्च कर रहे हो, तो भरोसा है कि आप ठीक करोगे.
हो जाएगा
क्योंकि आपको इंटरेस्ट है. इस केस में आपको इंटरेस्ट है कि हमको ठीक करना है और हमको इंटरेस्ट है कि यही से ठीक होना है.
Look at the smile on the patient's face, friends. See how positive now he is. The effect of a detailed case taking. The instructions that our master has given us in the aphorisms 83 to 104. It is practically possible to stick with those aphorisms and the instructions, and then you tend to get miraculous results. The importance of case taking is, to such an extent that it is said, that is exactly why it is said that a well taken case is as good as half cured, isn't it? I'll make you listen to one more feedback, friends. Listen to this. For this case, friends, to take her case, the case taking went on for 3.5 hours. 3.5 घंटे इस patient का case taking चला. And the lady who had referred this case to me, this is what she had to tell to her. After the case taking was over, she called that friend who had referred this case to me, and she told this. Listen to this.
आणि इतके म्हणजे इतका सिंपल माणूस आहे ताई, मी इतकी घाबरली होती पहिले फोन लावला तर. माझे हार्टबीट इतके वाढले होते, मला इतकं टेन्शन आलं होतं. पण मग सुरुवातच इतक्या खेळीमेळीने केली त्यांनी, बाप रे बाप. म्हणजे 10 मिनिटं तर आम्ही नुसतं असं तसंच बोलत होतो. तर म्हणजे मला पूर्ण भीती म्हणजे काढून टाकली माझ्या मनातली. मग मी बोलायला सुरुवात केली. जर असे खूप वेगळे असते ना, फक्त कामापुरतं बोलले असते ना, तर मी नसतं दिलं अगं आन्सर पिंकीताई. पण त्यांनी खूप सुंदर ऐकून घेतलं माझं. म्हणजे जसं तू ऐकून घेते ना हिस्ट्री देताना तसं, आणि रिॲक्ट चांगलं करणं पण महत्वाचं असतं. नाही तर आपण मूर्खांसारखं फक्त बडबड करतो आणि समोरच्या व्यक्तीला काही इंटरेस्ट नाही ऐकण्यात, तर अशा लोकांना सांगण्यातही बरोबर वाटत नाही. पण त्यांनी खूप सुंदर ऐकलं. थँक्यू सो मच. थँक्यू.
The importance of careful listening is studied in organo. This is its practical application. The importance of acknowledging what the patient is telling, their statement, is studied in the aphorism. This is its practical application. तो जो चीजें हम ऑर्गेनल और फिलोसॉफी में पढ़ते हैं, all those things have practical utility, friends. You need to learn to stick to that, and then you will be achieving that. You will be able to achieve that consistency and success in your clinical practice. Now we'll move on to discuss few rubrics, friends. Of course, tracing out mental rubrics and converting the mental rubrics goes difficult for majority. But when you have clinical correlation, then it is very easy. It becomes very easy to understand the rubrics. I'll show you some examples, friends. Listen to this.
Series. India taking a strong side in this last testament. It's been every match really seriously and want to win every one of them. So that's a good thing. Yes,
Right.
same attitude as that last year. South Africa.
Now, if you watch this clip, friends, the child is getting irritated when somebody is looking at him. Rubric: looked at, cannot bear to be. Those who only have the mathematical knowledge, they will immediately tell it is chamomilla. But open the repertory and see how many other remedies are there. Practice has to be done keeping in mind organon, philosophy, mathematical repertory. Mathematical alone practice will only lead you towards struggle and survival. It can never lead you to success. Knowledge of mathematical is important, but equally it is important to have the knowledge of repertorization, organon, philosophy as well. Right. We will move on to the next rubric, friends.
वो बंद, एक तो मैं हॉस्पिटल, दूसरा पुलिस स्टेशन, जेल में, ये दो जगह में जाएगा तो ऐसे।
अरे आप ईमानदारी से जियोगे तो पुलिस से क्यों डरना?
नहीं, ये दो जगह में जाएगा तो मेरा मरना नहीं टाइम है तो भी मर जाएगा। बंद में रहना नहीं पड़ता।
अच्छा, बंद कमरे में नहीं रह सकते आप?
नहीं, मेरा तो सब समय खुला, इधर उधर घूमेगा फिरेगा, सबका सब मिलेगा चलेगा, लेकिन वही बंद रहेगा एक जगह में।
एक जगह में बंद रह सकते आप? अकेले रहने में दिक्कत होती है?
अकेला मेरे से अच्छा नहीं लगता।
अच्छा नहीं लगता है?
इधर इसलिए अभी इधर रूम घर ले लिया ना, मेरे को बोला था तुम लोग इधर ही खाना बनाओ, इधर ही रहो, इतना दूर कीजिए। मैं बोला मैं चाहिए आधा घंटा पहले आके खाना बनाएगा, लेकिन मैं उधर ही जाऊँ
दोस्तों के बीच में।
इधर नहीं रहे।
चलिए, अच्छी बात है।
नहीं, मैं छोटा उम्र से सबसे बार बार जाता है, सबका साथ मिलते मिलते ऐसा हो गया ना। मेरे को एकला पसंद है,
अकेला पसंद नहीं है।
मैं सबको लेकर चलना, मेरा बचपन से यही आदत है। मेरा जो भाई बहन जितना है वो नहीं है जो वो बहन के साथ मिलेगा नहीं, वो भाई के साथ ये नहीं, सब एक जगह में रहो, सब खुश रहेगा तो मैं।
चलिए, अच्छी बात है, बहुत अच्छा लगा सुन के।
Now, if you have listened to this, this is how the patient will make their statement, friends. We have to grab the rubric from it. Clearly suggest desire company for. You can also go for a sub rubric, desire company for aggravation when alone. Sub rubric is there. So this is how interestingly you can trace the rubrics when you get a chance to grab it clinically. I'll show you a couple of more examples before we proceed further.
मेरे दो लड़के, एक लड़का एक लड़की है। लड़का जो है 18 साल का है, लड़की 15 साल का है। इसका दिमाग में थोड़ा आ रहा था कि पापा जो है मेरे भैया को बहुत ज्यादा प्यार करते हैं और हमको थोड़ा कम कर देगी, ये इसका दिमाग में थोड़ा था पहले से था। दूसरा, हाँ पहले तो था कि मेरे पापा जो है हमको ज्यादा प्यार नहीं करते, भैया को प्यार करते हैं।
पापा जो है हमसे कम प्यार करते हैं, भैया को ज्यादा प्यार करते हैं। So 15-year-old girlfriend, 15 साल की बच्ची है, and you know what she did? Just because of she had this feeling in her mind that my father doesn't love me, he loves my brother more, she jumped from her terrace. She made an attempt to commit suicide. Can you imagine? The rubric, the very first rubric of your kid's repertory. 4 seconds, abandoned, 4 seconds. Right. Now, see, friends, we have to wind this session very shortly, so I'm not going to be going into much detail. I'll tell you what the project is all about, and I hope you must have got an idea by now. We'll tell you the details about our project, friends, that we are launching in the month of January. See, friends, what we believe at Homeo Mirror is that homeopathy definitely have the potential, and those interested people who are sincerely willing to practice homeopathy, who have a concern for doing something extraordinary in their life, if all those people can be brought together, then definitely they will show that interest to learn, and then definitely we together can bring about a miracle. We bring about a change as far as homeopathic practice is concerned. Now, what we are going to do is that, friends, we are going to launch an online consultation application in the month of January. And this online consultation application will be launched nationwide. We'll be doing a lot of marketing for that. And we will be launching this application with near about 300 plus doctors in our panel. Already near about 210 doctors have already joined, and we will be taking another 70-80 members from this group who will be interested on the basis of first come first serve basis. जो पहले आएगा उनको पहले मौका दिया जाएगा। ये जो प्लेटफॉर्म है इसमें आपको जुड़ने का हम लोग इनविटेशन आपको दे रहे हैं। We are inviting you to be a part of this platform, and what we will be doing is that we will be creating an online application, consultation application, that will be launched nationwide. And there are a lot of I do realize that today there are a lot of online consultation application available, but we are going to launch in a unique way. We have some very specific features. Now, there are the benefits for the doctor. First of all, if you are being a part of our panel of doctors, you don't have to invest anything in setting up your clinic. Zero investment. You can sit at home and start getting cases from all across the country. No monthly rent or maintenance charges has to be paid. When a fresher thinks about opening a clinic, he is in doubt whether I'll be able to get patients, whether that I'll be able to pay the rent, the maintenance charges, electricity bill, this bill, that bill. So you don't have any such concerns because online consultation is being done. So you can start consulting patients sitting at the comfort of your home. Zero investment in marketing. You don't have to spend anything for marketing your clinic. We will be doing it for the project as a whole. You must have seen the Saurav Ganguly's ad, right? For a Homeo Mirror. Similarly, we will be doing this kind of ads, and those ads will come on TV. Those advertisements will come on TV. So just imagine sitting at home, your clinic is being marketed throughout the whole India. Zero investment in buying medicines. If you are a part of our panel, you don't have to buy medicines. You just have to take the case, work it out, select the medicine and submit it. Medicines will be sent from our end because we will be only using LR potencies. Consult patient from all across sitting at the comfort of your home and clinic. You can decide how many patients I want to consult. If you are busy throughout the whole day, Take out 1 hour time. Take 1 case a day, as you wish. No target, no compulsion as such. Completely your freedom to decide how many cases you want to take per day. Get assistance from senior doctors for solving challenging cases. If you are getting any challenging cases, then you will be assisted by our senior doctors in our group to help you to reach at the minimum. Share your results in our learning platform. We also have a learning platform for the first year, second year, and third year students. There you can share your cases with your name, and you can give that case presentation in front of all the students all across the country. Complete freedom to decide how many cases you take, your wish, how much free time you can take, you can decide how many cases you want to take a day. Automatic recording of cases for later analysis. The moment you start taking cases through our application, it will be automatically recorded, and that recording will be available to you later so that you can do the analysis later. So you can focus on case taking when you're taking a case. No need to write down everything. Start receiving payments from the 3rd month. You will getting the payment for the cases that you are taking from the 3rd month. Why from the 3rd month? That will be clear in the next slide. Now this is the ad that we have created with Saurav Ganguly. I think you must have heard, you must have watched this. I will play it once again for you all.
The first step towards achieving your dreams is having the right coach. Get the best education with Homeomeda and make your classical homeopathy dreams come true. Download the app now.
So similarly, friends, we will be creating the advertisement for our app as well. And there is something very unique in our application, friends, because there are a lot of benefits to the patient. For the first 2 months, we are going to give free treatment for the patients. Only the courier charges will be taken from them. No consultation charges, no medicine charges. Only courier charges will be taken from them for the first 2 months in chronic cases. And after the 2 months, if they are getting improvement, if they are feeling that improvement and they want to continue, then the payment will be taken only from the 3rd month. So that 3rd month, whatever payment will be taken from their end, patient's end, part of that payment will go to the development of this project and maintenance of this project, and the remaining will be given to you. So for consulting 1 case, you will be given ₹500. Plus, when the patient decides to continue the treatment for 8 months, every time when the patients will come for the follow-up, ₹500 you will get extra for that. The patients can consult doctors sitting at home at the comfort of their home. They will get the medicines sitting at their home. So these are all the benefits that the patients will be having. And before you are included into the panel of our doctors, you will be given an 8 months clinical training. This clinical training will include training on case taking for 3 months and training on case analysis for 3 months to reach at the minimum repatriation, rubric understanding. Everything will be included in that. And remaining 2 months, you will be given a training to use our application before we launch it for the public. That 2 months training will be given for you to learn how to use our application. So it will be a total 8 months training. And in this 8-month training, you will get 1 hour daily live session. The one we are having right now, it's almost 2 hours now. So daily 1 hour, you will get a live session from Monday to Friday. Timing will be decided. The classes will be separate in Hindi and English. Hindi में अलग से होगा और English में अलग से होगा. Separate classes will be there in Hindi and English. We will be starting right from the basics, and in the coming 8 months, we will cover everything. Minimum 20 hours of live sessions you will get per month. In every month, you will get minimum 20 hours of live session. Offline recordings will be available for offline followers. Those who can't follow the discussion online, for them, offline recording will be available. Now, we have 2 schemes, friends. One is the regular batch. Regular batch in the sense we will give you the training, but we will not add you into our application. You can go and practice after gaining knowledge. You can go and practice at your home or clinic wherever you want, but we will be giving you the training. So for that, you will have to pay ₹500 per month. But if you want to get added into our application and you want to become a panel, one of the panel doctors of our panel, that is the Prabhat group, you want to get added into our application and start taking cases sitting at home, then you will have to pay an EMI of monthly ₹888. It will be an installment for 8 months, ₹888 for the 8 months. Or if you are paying in one slot, sorry, not 8 months, it will be 9 months, ₹888 for 9 months. monthly you have to pay, and if you are making one slot payment, it will be rupees 7,000. If you are joining the Prabhat group, you will be added into our application once it is launched in January, and you will be a panel of our doctors. But if you just want to gain knowledge and you can practice of your own, then you can go for regular batch where you have to pay 500 rupees per month. How to join? You have to download our application Homeo Mirror Plus from the Play Store. You have to install it. Those who are using iOS version, they can message me. I'll tell them how they can join. Once you have installed our application, then you have to log in using your mobile number. And when you log in using your mobile number, this is something you will see on your home page. You have to click on buy now. Again, you'll see all the details. Again, you have to click buy now. Then you have to select your state, from which state you belong to. And then you scroll down, you will find this option EMI, debit card, credit card, XEO, and more. You have to click on that. You have to click on XEO and you have to complete the payment. You have to do the verification by entering your Aadhaar card number and your PAN card number. And then you have to make the payment using your Google Pay, Phone Pay, Paytm, or whatever options you have. You can make the payment. First installment of 888 rupees. So once you have made the payment, you have to share the receipt in the group, in the WhatsApp group. And once you have shared the receipt, we will add you into the batch. Now, other payment options are also available, friends. In case if you are not able to go through this payment option, it is getting failed or you are getting any error, then message me on my WhatsApp number 759-283-4345. You will be given the other options to make the payment. But first of all, you will have to try this option. And if it is getting failed or any problem you are encountering, then only message me. I'll give you additional option to pay directly. The classes will start from Tuesday, friends, day after tomorrow. And you have time till day after tomorrow to join us. So again, to end, friends, I'm just quoting what Henneman has said. When we have to do with an art whose end is in saving of human life, any neglect to make ourselves thoroughly masters of it becomes a crime. So those people who are willing to join, please confirm in the WhatsApp group that I want to join. Which group? Regular batch or Prabhat group? That also you have to confirm. I want to join the Prabhat group or I want to join the regular group. There is no compulsion for anyone, friends. But keep in mind, friends, although 350 members are attending this session, we will be only able to take 75 members from this group. Only 75 members will be coming first. The classes will start, regular classes will start from day after tomorrow. The classes will be in our application, Homeo Mirror Plus. So those who want to join, those who have decided that they want to join, don't hesitate, don't wait for others. Just come forward and confirm that you want to join and make the payment and share the receipt. We will add you to the corresponding groups. As I said, if you are facing any problem in making the payment through Axio, then message me privately or in the group. We will help you out with other options. So friends, that's it. And to conclude this session, I would like to invite Dr. Sandeep. He will be making the concluding remarks.